family, our viewers from Azka Ma'am and our viewers from the Wings of Desire. As I told you earlier, that she is our guest of honor today, Miss Azka Khan, founder and CEO of Global Conflicts of Star Wars. Omar, our Muslim Association of Religion. I'm so sorry. I know I've just been from this star right now, and I really
Proceed. Yeah, I'm all there.
so she is not only a dedicated social worker and a women entrepreneur, but also an international relations analyst. And of course, a great businesswoman leading it out into the society. No, today's our topic.
Honest people with honest reply. Thank
So,
you.
जैसा कि आज हमारा जो ये टॉपिक है वो है टीम लीडरशिप और वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट. अगर हम इसको बारीकी से देखें तो इन दोनों ही टॉपिक पे कहीं ना कहीं आपका एक पर्सनल मोटिव नजर आता है. जैसा कि हम वेल and you lead your team so smoothly and fondly. Yes, a great team leader as well as a determined to rise and putting yourself to target determined. First of all, we would like to hear your story by you, that how you are where you are today, what you today, and what you think you're doing, and what are your future plans, and how would you like to tell today's women that how they can rise above today and take out this precious time, because we all know how in the end of your rosa after iftari, it all, your body needs to relax and you still devoted your time.
I know, but I would definitely encourage myself to give a response and a very explicit answer to this concerned thing. Ma'am, you know what? The Muslims, when they have sehri in the probably at 3:30 to 4, they, when they have it, they get a certain form of God's consciousness, and that's known as taqwa. Okay, and that's a huge energy that I remember when I was in school. It was my rosa. I played a basketball match and I won it, and it was yes, and nothing happened to me. Yes, it's true, because it was so sunny, so hot. I was feeling thirsty after a while, but yes, that was the case. I mean, there's nothing like you. Okay. There's no energy.
Yes. So as you mentioned just in this dialogue that you also a very great sports person. So yes, we would like to come back to our topic, that what team leader qualities a women or in all to say a person should possess in today's time, and how do you think it is responsible?
All right. Yeah. So, ma'am, I think I must better, give a synopsis of my life history and life story. Okay. Firstly, I would like to tell you what all happened so far in my life, that I have come out to be someone maybe not similar as to the ordinary people. If this is what my people say, okay, I'm not bragging about it, but yes, this is what my people say. So basically, natively, I'm from district Bulandshahr, Uttar Pradesh, and that's my native place. Yes, and in the year 2004, I missed. Okay, he's there. Thank you. Right. So the fact is that in the year 2004, I migrated to New Delhi, and I live in New Delhi. It's my residence, and then in that time I took my admission in my schooling is from Convent of Jesus and Mary School, Connaught Place. That's a completely girls' school. Its congregation is from France. It is a missionary school, totally girls' school. Okay. I will reply to all the questions very soon. Yes, and it is totally girls' school, and there was the case where it was a time for me. It was a life-changing moment. Okay, so that is the reason why I do not have, though I'm from the native side of my place, and that's Bulandshahr, Uttar Pradesh, near to Aligarh, right? And as they say, I'm Barabasti
Okay.
Pathan. Okay. So, yeah. So, but then I had my education from Convent of Jesus and Mary School, Connaught Place, my schooling from there, and then my higher education from, then I from a school straight away to the university. Okay, from Jamia Millia Islamia. I did I'm from a humanities side, and having economics as well, and psychology too. Okay, and then I took my admission in history honors from Jamia Millia Islamia. I did completed my graduation from there, and then so I was a very exploring kind of a person. I'm very selfish, very selfish, legit selfish. I want things for myself. I mean, I think the best project I can ever work upon is myself. It's like Azka is this, and for this, let's suppose Azka is this, and I have to make Azka the best. Okay, this is what I would like to encourage others to do it. The best you need to take out, this is the best project. Okay, you have so many counties giving you so many assignments and projects. You do it in your school as well. This is a small task given to you by the teachers. You need to make it the best, right? But the best project you can ever work upon is yourself. There is no one as important to you and ever should be important to you than yourself. So people who are joining me right now, Mr. Hirsch recently joined, Madam Icha joined me. So ma'am, we have people from Nepal, we have people from other places. Okay, we have people worldwide. Okay, great. So what I was emphasizing upon is that, a lot of victimization is done. Victimization, oh, I cannot do it, or do I really have that potential, or a lot of doubting is done, that do I really have that potential to combat it, or do I have those skills, those failures. Okay, that is the case. So those people who are joining me, for them, they should be the best, right? Like, this is the best project you can, mentoring can be taken for that, advices can be taken, but there should no one be ruling upon you. That should be you and your God. Allah and you. That is it. There is no intermediary. There is no one to deliver your message to God. Right?
Okay, yes. Yes, sir.
Mr. Pin,
as pinned. Sorry, sir, I actually didn't get you well there, but I'll try. I'll try to figure out what you're trying to tell me here. So, coming to the session, ma'am.
Madam, we have 60 minutes and I want to complete everything, each and everything, right?
Okay, so coming back to the session, yes. So, coming back to the session, as we can see in today's time that women are actually facing a lot of hardships. When this lockdown actually happened, the most after the migrants, the most suffered section of the society is women, because a massive, huge expansion in the in domestic violence towards women cases has been recorded during this lockdown. So, how should a woman living in Indian society, thinking above it all, should adhere to make herself reach up to that peak? For example, if a woman is in need of a job and she needs to do MBA for it, but her family isn't allowing her, which is actually a very common case in India. If you look at through that, most of the girls are
in every family. Let's be very clear. Yeah. In every 90% of the people, actually families. Okay. So coming straight to the point, ma'am. Firstly, let me tell you, since history, somewhere on the other, I am from history background, right? I mean, as in I have done my graduation in history, having my minors in entrepreneurship, business studies, and in psychology as well. So this was the combination: history, psychology, and business studies, business administration, and that, right? So I don't know how and why did I make it this way, but it was very useful for me. So, ma'am, one thing I realized with time is that, and in history, a lot of subjugation has been done on women's sex, right? A lot of has been done. Would not say that somebody or a very close friend of mine has just joined. So, yeah, so somebody has has done it, would not blame any part of it. But yes, but as soon as a very good people are progressing in a good manner and how they are doing it, it matters a lot and it is countable. Now the fact is that, madam, how many of us know that women have a stronger mind, medically, biologically have a stronger mind than men?
Very few.
How many of us know?
And if we are not from any psychology or biology background, then it's none. Most of women doesn't know their capabilities actually, that what they can do.
Right.
Yes. So continue.
All right. A pleasure. Yes. So considering this very fact is that yes, considering this very fact, ma'am, I would like to emphasize on women have been designed by Allah, by God, that their mind, their mind has a shaft. Okay, has a shaft which the veins passes through it, has that particular shaft. So here we have medulla, here we have cerebellum, here we have cerebellum, or there are three sets of minds. Okay, three parts of mind, right? And when we have those, yeah. So the fact is, that shaft is known as corpus callosum. Okay, and only it is created in women. That is why the more veins passes through one brain to another, and that is why the reason is why women are very multi bills for you and doing a lot of things in comparison to your father. My husband, inshallah, my husband, my brother, my father, my son would be in comparison when it comes to skills. Okay, yes, they have a different form of strength, and we women have a different form of strength. Okay, so the fact is that, madam, I mean, it's so ridiculous that, sometimes I would definitely be very blunt about it, that very blatantly stating there is a discrimination going on between men and women. Women and men are not equal. All of those things. Women and men have not to be equal. Don't even have to be equal. Don't even
their biology isn't equal. We're made different. We have different aspects. You have different aspects.
Absolutely. And the fact is that we have to realize that very point, that we women have our qualities so exceptionally created. We have it, a lot of ungratefulness is there in the society, that women and gender equalities they are talking about. Okay, with regards to responsibilities and opportunities, indeed. But, okay, men can smoke, women should smoke? No. It's not got to be that way. Women are shaving half of their head. Yes, I mean, it is a matter of concern. It's a huge matter of concern. Women are shaving half of their heads in order to bring equality. That's a form of a protest. I don't know what's logic behind
that. You're not rising equal to them. You're just copying them. You're copying all the bad traits they have. You don't need that actually. This is very
Of course. And yes. And the fact is that the other, when I was in my university, I had a debate with a staunch feminazi, or rather should say feminist, or I don't know what to mention. And she said, madam, you know what? I think you are being very biased and you are very conservative, calling me as conservative, and, not having very dynamic or versatile ideas. And how is it that she said, when my mother's cook food, why can't my father cook food? Let me tell you, if this is the case, it is requested to men. I mean that, you should come and help your women at home as households. I mean, those are just tasks. Those are just tasks. Okay? Just do it as and when you like it. Okay. So I tell you one thing. My mother also nagged me that, you do a lot of manly work, a lot of business work and all of that. She says that, And trust me, when I go home, go home, I mean, it's in terms of going ahead with the very same thing, going ahead of cooking food, I find it very easy. Very easy. Men do a very challenging job. Men do a very challenging job by going outside, meeting clients, or be it in any disciplines, okay, be it the corporate side, be it the government side, be it anything. I want new people to join. I hope you can ask new people to join, please. Hats off to those men and all those men who are joining
And
here.
yes,
I respect you. Both of us respect you so much. Both of us respect you so much. Trust me. Because men have a huge responsibility. And this is, I am a woman, I understand it so well, ma'am. Right after engineering, I will walk on to Urdu, okay? ताकि और लोगों को समझ में आ जाए, ठीक है? आपको कोई चिंता नहीं है, मतलब कोई फर्क नहीं है ना? अच्छा, तो ये होता है कि इंजीनियरिंग 4 साल की होती है. बंदा मतलब जो स्टूडेंट है वो पहुंचता है 4th ईयर में इंजीनियरिंग की, ठीक है, बीआर कर रहा है या फिर लॉ कर रहा है. कम ऑन, वी हैव पेड अ लॉट ऑफ इट. The parents are saying it to the sons or daughters. We have paid a lot of it. Okay, you are doing internship, paid internship, bring home money. Bring money home. And then, a lot of pressure is done, it has to be, is done on students, right? लेकिन ये है ना कि एक, जैसे कहते हैं हिंदी में या उर्दू में, मानसिकता समझना जरूरी है. आपने जब वो बच्चा पैदा हुआ, आपने तो उसको हाथ में खिलौने पकड़ा दिए. आपने तो कभी किसी को उसको एक कहानी नहीं बताई कि हमारे ग्रेट लीडर्स क्या थे. वो क्या चीजें हैं, ये फजूल की चीजें हैं. स्पाइडरमैन, एवेंजर्स, ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग. आई एम बीइंग वेरी बायस्ड, माइट बी समथिंग लाइक दैट, बट द फैक्ट इज ये फिक्टिशियस कैरेक्टर्स हैं. ये एक वक्त में आएंगे, इंटरेस्ट क्रिएट करेंगे. वो बंदा जो बच्चा पैदा होता है माँ के पेट से निकलकर, वो दुनिया में कम, फिक्टिशियस वर्ल्ड में ज्यादा चला जाता है. राइट,
वो फिक्शियस वर्ल्ड कौन पे इम्प्लीमेंट करता है? हम ही करते हैं उनको. लड़के लड़की में सबसे पहले डिफरेंस वहीं से करना शुरू कर देते. लड़की है उसको बाद में,
there is nothing like blue color associated to be associated with men, and pink color should be associated with women. Okay, I have a blue diary. Does it doesn't I'm so sorry for that. Okay. But yeah, it belongs to me completely. It has my name written on it. Okay. And there should be nothing like, I have a blue speck. Okay, let me tell you. And these play a very significant role in my vision. So it makes no sense to me, bringing colors to it, or, oh, it's baby pink or baby blue is being born. It's like, makes no sense. Okay, so ma'am, a lot, you will definitely find the 15th century, 14th century, 13th century में जब बॉर्न होते थे ना, उनकी हेल्थ अच्छी होती थी, उनके आइडियाज अच्छे होते थे. They were very strong-headed. Why do we not have kids from India who are strong-headed? We are being ruled by fools, that's for sure. A lot of people who are, pressurizing us for doing things which we don't like. मतलब, let's suppose मैं वो बनती हूँ जो मैं नहीं बनना चाहती, तो वो कौन बनेगा जो मैं बनना चाहती हूँ? अगर मैं वो बनूंगी लाइफ में जो मैं नहीं बनना चाहती, तो वो कौन बनेगा जो मैं बनना चाहती हूँ? तो रिकम्पेंसेशन हो ना, रिकम्पेंसेशन हो, बिल्कुल. राइट, हम लिबर्टी और इक्वालिटी की बात कर रहे हैं, तो इट शुड बी दैट वे, राइट? See, I'm a staunch believer and a practicing Muslim, right? Staunch believer of Allah and a practicing Muslim. I believe that there has to be equality in all terms. ठीक है, आपके credentials हैं, आप deserving हैं, तो आपको मिलेगा. That is the case, and it is as simple as that. इसमें कोई nepotism, कोई favorism, कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर आपको कोई किसी औहदे पे पहुंचना है, ठीक है, तो ये
so today's men actually need to understand the difference between equality and equity. You need to know what is good for you.
Absolutely.
Either you want to go to equity or you want to go to equality. And shaving your heads and considering yourself equal to men isn't an option. It never has been. You can't compare yourself, you can't equalize yourself to men, because women are designed biologically and psychologically to be better, to be better at understanding, at multitasking, at acting
in their own aspects. Yes.
aspects. So that is what we're talking about, women empowerment here. So I actually had a question from a follower, which I think was a very good question. So this question is from Miss Ramisha Fatima.
Conservative, and especially when it comes to women education. So what do you think it's really there? If yes, then how we manage educate ourselves? Okay. Mr. Jibran, Jazakallah fi khair. Thank you so much for mentioning this. Okay. So before I go ahead with your question, let me complete the debate which I was having in my university back then with feminazi or feminists. Okay. So ma'am, the case was that she said that, why can't we interchange our responsibilities and jobs? Or why can't we do that? To shut her mouth. I simply said that, ma'am, if this is so concerned, then ask men to bear fetus and ask women to produce sperm.
No, it is not.
It is not possible, isn't? It is absolutely not possible because we are biologically, mentally, physically not same. In terms of credentials, responsibilities, and opportunities, yes, we are. Women are going so ahead in life. Women are representing their own countries and all, and indeed important. Now coming back to this thing, the question being raised by Mr. Gibran, which says that the women, Muslims are considered conservative. Yes, let me reply to Mr. Gibran. Mr. Gibran, firstly, Muslims are not conservative, have never been conservative, are not conservative, and those who dare to call Muslims as conservative are simply saying something which is highly not acceptable, which is wrong. Okay? Clear, Mr. Gibran? Second point of your question is mentioned that, and specifically when it comes to women education. Okay. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, stated that valuable ilmi Muslim wa Muslimat. Seeking knowledge is obligatory on every Muslim man and Muslim women, which means, and yes, okay, apologies, madam, it's just that I'm giving a reply to his question, and all those Muslims who are here. Ma'am, a lot of times I have seen in international media or all those who say that, Muslims should have a limited form of knowledge or should not be going ahead with the knowledge. Yes, let me inform one thing to them, that all those who are, coming from French element sort of thing or fundamentalism, if it's in case that's there, it is really not the case. And it is really not the case with any human on earth. And it should never be. Education and seeking knowledge is mandatory, I should rather say.
Human right.
Because, it's a human right. Yes. And Quran never came down for Muslims alone, or Islam is never for the Muslims alone. It's for all human race, right?
Concept.
So
when discussing today has been repetitively mentioned in Quran as well, that I studied in my second or third semester of philosophy, that the concept of feminism was very much there. And if you're excusing a religion like that, then it's a shame on you, that maybe there is something wrong with your own education, that you're blaming a religion with such a crucial misinterpretation, not knowing it. No, ignorance, simple. In simple terms, should be rather be considered as ignorance, right? So, ma'am, with this very point, I would move ahead that, people must study, explore, must read books. Like, for example, yes, you can have a choices of book you don't read or you don't like. Like, for example, I will give you an example that this is a pile of a book I love reading. I mean, if it can be seen from here, these are all business books, entrepreneurs, ethics, and all of this, right? Yes, and how is it different from the books which other things? It's like Notebook or, I Love You sort of. I mean, those are romanticizing books. Those are fictitious books, right? I mean, it's good if it strengthens your imagination skills, or if all of those, but they are unrealistic sort of a thing. This is realistic. It will help me in my long run.
So that is the case. So ma'am, please keep a clear note of time. How much time? How many minutes are we
Yes,
left? That is how we're gonna
33
end
right
it.
now. Possibly we have 40 minutes or something left, excluding the 5 minutes in which we'll conclude this session. So I think we have 35 to 40 minutes.
All right. Just okay. I suppose we have to
Hurry up,
see to it. So yes. So we have a lot of people joining us. Miss Nida Aligarh mentioned it. Ma'am, you replied to Mr. The Muslim are not conservative. How do you justify it? Any reasons or examples? Miss Nida mentions it. People are so-called liberal or even feminists who always consider Muslims as conservative. Sir, do you think, does it really bothers you? And Madam Nida, ma'am, please Madam Arya, please keep looking into the questions, okay? Okay. As it's going quite, community centric. I wanted to make it
we have a question from Ms. Ramsha Fatima. She states that, do you think, ma'am, under the shade of feminism, we are now on the verge of what can be now termed as pseudo-feminism? Yes, it is actually a very great aspect. That are we on the stage of pseudo-feminism now, that we are encrypting, we are actually corrupting the actual idea of feminism? Are we on the verge of pseudo-feminism? And that being said, that there can be a stoppage to feminism if things go on like that, that shaving your head is feminism. So is that a pseudo-feminism, or is feminism is actually about shaving your head and considering yourself equal to men by that only action?
All right. So I will try to merge the answer for Mr. Gibran and Madam Nida. Madam Nida, see, let me be very precise. If you are saying that Muslims have to be, or maybe the people, you might be from Aligarh. That is why you have ALIG in the end. But it might be from Aligarh. Okay. So, see, a place does not make a difference. Ma'am, see, it's all about you realizing it yourself. Okay. If there are Muslims who are calling other Muslims as conservative, this is also wrong. Or if there are any people on earth who is calling others as, you're conservative, or, not making it very community-centric, I would rather make it holistic. Any people or any community, anyone who is, calling others as conservative or not quite liberal. See, we have people on earth who are quite liberal than liberals, and we have people on earth who are quite conservative than the conservatives. Okay, and Islam is right in the middle.
Neither two. Yes.
People, you're getting me?
I think they are.
Yeah. I think, there is a branch, there is a whole map of what the, premises or the entire ambit got to be. Okay, in that manner it is. And the things which go beyond that limit, sound goes very, very obnoxious. Like, for example, I give you example. I just want few words from you. It does not bother me, but still, if you are a trend so much, I'm curious to know. So this is what we have to fight. We are fighting with. There are so many global issues. I am sure it does not bother any one of us here. But yes, there are so many global issues. I would, to give a response to someone, we got to be aware with a lot of things. Okay, and just to be aware with a lot of things, we need to gain ourselves with a lot of knowledge. The importance of knowledge does not define the paper you have with A grade or CGPA 10.10 or whichever, 9.5 or whatever. Okay, it got to be the knowledge you have sustained here. Right. Tomorrow you go and sit with someone, does not make it you, or maybe a suitcase you have and a suit, whatever, or the outfits does not define you at all. Or maybe, yes, a presentable look got to be there. But there's, with yourself, carry your brain also. Like, for example, yes, there is a African proverb that when you pray, after when you are done praying, move your feet. Okay, which means when you pray, after praying, when you are done praying, move your feet. Which means when you are
Pseudo-feminism. Yes, we have a question. Say a few words about pseudo-feminism. Yes, sir, we were discussing. Yes.
I will definitely see. I will definitely see.
I think half hour actually that what is the difference between real feminism, pseudo-feminism, and what women empowerment should be and is and really is. So yes, now come.
Definitely. Yes. So as I definitely, sir, retention of knowledge has to be there, right? So it is said that Muslims must say this dua, which is uh, wait. Apologies. Sincere apologies.
Take your time.
Rabbi zidni ilma, which means oh God, grant me knowledge, which means okay, which means I'm sure every religion has some sort of relative thing, but it's a knowledge got to be with every human, because tomorrow which we will be questioned. Like I don't get this thing. I maybe I'm being very biased or sort of a thing. A knowledge which does not provide any good to others does also not make any difference of not having a knowledge or having a knowledge, right? A negative knowledge is also very disastrous, right? And those who are having a problem, you can definitely DM me, personally text me. I'll give you this book link which says about etiquettes of life in Islam. Okay, just abide by this thing. Okay, it is from Maulana Muhammad Yusuf
Ishai. Personally DMing you after this session about this book.
Definitely.
So what we have concluded to empowerment through this far is that first of all, stop comparing yourself to men. You are not either biologically equal to them nor psychologically. They are doing their part for their assignment.
Madam, you certainly, madam, you certainly seem to be very
I am actually, because sometimes when I speak for women, I dealt with such questions that, are you a feminist? Do you even know what feminism is? And just 2 days back, a friend of mine, feminism excuses. And she actually, being a female, she said that feminism is nothing but just actually a kind of thing that social platforms are using today just to increase their followers. And I was totally agitated by that. That when
ma'am, considering the very fact, all right. Considering the very fact is that, let me just sum it up with those lady, madam.
Okay.
Madam, what's the reservation given to women?
Okay, so it's a personal question with global conflicts, Star Wars actually. Yes, someone is interested.
All right. Atma Nirbhar. Okay, okay. No, I'm sorry. Mr. Madam Atma mentions that what's a reservation? Madam, see, there are things which have to be mentioned, which more of like regarding to terms and conditions. Like, for example, a lady is pregnant, so a maternity leave is given. A lady is, if a lady is, not feeling well, with regards to the menstruation period or cycle, that is the case. But ma'am, there is not of a reservation, I feel, because it's a women-driven, a Muslim women-driven company, and I don't believe that with regards to being a woman or having, I can have a soft corner for you. I don't believe that way. I believe that your work makes you best.
If we
your work tomorrow, if you go out,
if we do that reservation, we are actually following pseudo-feminism. Then that simply clearly means. So there must be no reservation. There should be just actual genuine work. The best work should be.
Sure. For sure. Yes. So actually, ma'am, simple. Though Madam Atmanirbhar, who was asking me that how it makes a woman reservation for women. see, in terms of going ahead with the sex, oh, women got to have this position left and all of that. Yes, that is the case. But yes, in terms of equality, let's suppose that I am not there. There's someone who is officiating the position. I'll straight look into the one who is deserving. If I am a woman, does not mean the one who, in my absence, the one who is officiating got to be a woman. No, that's not the case. If you're really worth of it, you get the position. That is the case. I follow a very unusual sort of policies and very unique form of a thing if one has to object to it. Right. So going ahead with okay, let me complete the PRO's. I think he's the Secretary General or PRO of Wings of Desire. He has a question. Madam, say a few words about pseudo feminism. So simply, it's about pseudo feminism revolves around three things. One being, I hope he's there. One being the fact that she seeks for opportunities that men should be aside, and she got to be sitting on the position. Okay. First, second, she thinks that in terms of ways, in terms of that, men, women. I don't think that men or women ever should be equal. No way. No. It does not mean. It's just so unique, and both are high in their own beautiful aspects, right? You cannot fight the Lord for this. You cannot revolt against the beautiful mechanism which is already into being, right? So, but the reason what makes them very differ from the thing is that, sir, tell me one thing. In the end, what are they seeking for? Fighting and revolting for 3 months, which is 90 days. Okay. Rather than going, rather than have a very resisting sort of a thing, they can go ahead with improving. They can have their own sort of skills coming out of them. So, a lot of things have to be, mentioned about it. So let's walk away from the feminist thing. Let's walk into a new thing, which is about women empowerment and should revolve around positivity. All right. So many of us are sitting back home, and we are all quarantined, right? Or as they say, quarantine. So the fact is that, madam, we all have to understand that we have to use our time very productively, right? A lot of people are sitting back home, scrolling through their pages and everybody else's pages, but cannot work upon their own page. Which means, sometimes people get attracted towards those things which are very attractive, right? So there's another question with regards to, we can certainly have a debate. Who is this? Afnan. Okay, let me answer her question. Ma'am, I don't feel reservation for women is pseudo-feminism. It is one of the parameters of bringing equality that society dreams of.
Yes. So yes, Afnan, we both completely agree with you on that point actually, and we would like to hear Madam Azka more about it. I think our audience wants to say a bit more about the...
Okay, let me come to that. I don't feel reservation is for women is pseudo-feminism. Reservation... Wait. Madam Afnan, in that case, yes, you are indeed that case very right, very true. But there could be a slight difference that, maybe I am, counting upon those who do not seek for the same as you mentioned. But yes, slightly could be, there could be a similarity to it. I hope if you agree, you can hit a like button. Maybe she's out there, or maybe she's not. All right. So coming straight upon that issue, ma'am, we have a habit to debate it from the very same topic. All right. Coming straight to the leadership. So, see, ma'am. Actually, yes. See, I appreciate the idea of the PM of India who says being Atmanirbhar. I appreciate this thing, but yes, let's not go into the conspiracy and controversy part of it. But yes, the term when he mentioned Atmanirbhar, being self-dependent, is appreciated. Thank you so much, Madam Afnan. Thank you so much. Thank you. Right. When he mentioned that, being self-dependent. So when being self-dependent, you can definitely take great care of yourself. We can work upon the project. Who is the project? Azka is the project. Who is the project? Afnan is the project. Who is the project? PRO, Madam, Sir, Prince Dam is Mr. He is the project. This is the best project you can work upon. Who is the project? Arya is the project. Who is the project? Javed is the project. Anna is the project. Asfiya Hayat is the project, right? So you have to work upon it that way. What to think beyond normal? How you can be, standing out from the same herd of sheep, right? A leadership does not mean got to enter into politics. A leadership, I call self my leader. I am, while sleeping or while just lying down in bed, this thing, I want certain things to be penetrated in my subconscious, and it has a similar that form of effect on me, like I am a leader, I am a leader, I am a leader. I often keep on saying this, and everybody else should. All those who are here should. I mean, a lot of things need to be worked upon. You got to be with the right form of people around you. Those people who will, backbite, who will hurt you in the end, or who will be, not of any sort of a collective production. In the end, then you should, with respect and due honor, you should be keeping yourself away from this. It's an advice, because tomorrow it will be told that you will be giving answer to your Lord that I am in this problem because so and so people were there with me. Do you want that thing to happen? Do you not have a great control over yourself? So you do have it. Right, each one of us have it. Right? So, introspection, yes, absolutely. A lot of introspection needs to be done. For past 2 days, I'm getting the message of people, ma'am, we are looking for jobs. A lot of things have been done in this lockdown that people have lost their jobs. We need good opportunities coming up. So, when I say a leader, you can form your own organizations in lockdown, connect people online, form groups, form things. You can still go ahead by earning money. I don't feel that there is zero money sort of a policy that lockdown zero money. No, that's not the thing. You can still make money by sitting at home. How? Let me give you. I can do it. Just analyze what's the best skill. Okay, just analyze. Let's suppose you're a good public speaker. Okay, if that's the case, think on what topic would you like to speak on. Let's suppose that that's the best skill in you, that's your forte of excellence. Let's imagine what's the best topic in you. Okay, let me speak on, let's suppose, psychological effects. Okay, or let's suppose the best thing in you is how to cook. Let's suppose that. When you do it, okay. Okay, you can release a registration form, then you can release application, and with regards to that, you can also release a registration and a registration fee for that. And you can organize a webinar. There are a whole lot of people. Everybody's working online. Work with the times. Work with the times completely, right? And it does not. I hope Madam Afnan is there on board, and I hope she here. It does not make, it's about ideas. It's all about ideas. And the best of the ideas are generated, personally, I have felt, is right after 4 a.m. That's the time. That's, mashallah, tabarakallah, we have Fajr to pray for. But then, a lot of people miss the golden times, a lot of people might know that, the best time, the best you see. Okay, thank you so much, Adikapnan. So the best thing is that, when you sleep early, you wake up early. The best, or even if you are not sleeping, if you're awake all day, all night, right? But you are sleeping at the daytime, you're awake all night, you will discover that after 4 p.m., I have felt it personally. I don't know about rest of the experiences, but right after 4 p.m., 4 a.m., apologies, their mind start working very, very phenomenally. A lot of billionaires who are there in the world are very focused about their schedule, and a lot of exercise needs to be done. Keep yourself fresh. The best you want, best for yourself. How many of you? Okay, there is a question for the people here. Whom do you love the most in the whole world? Whom do you love the most? Please tell me. Whom do you love the most? Please tell me. Whom do you love the most in the whole world? One person. One. Please. Whom do you love the most?
None, any answers here? Okay, who we have?
We have 7 years at the point of time. It's a mosquito group.
It's okay. So Sandeep, who do you love the most? Vishal, Mehak, Azim sir, Afnan. Who do you guys love the most? Some answers here, please. Is there our...
Okay, I do not have any reply here. The ideal answer should have been myself, but generally people end up loving somebody else. Oh my, very good. I highly appreciate it, Afnan. Yes, the ideal answer should be myself. Yeah, even I will. So, when you say myself, that means you wish the best for yourself. Okay, and you will definitely keep yourself away. A lot of defense mechanism got to be activated when you want best things for yourself, right? Like for example, you have 1 hour to work for, right? You will definitely not be doing. That's so sweet of you, sir. Yes, indeed, the mother is very special. She has played a very significant role in making ourselves do so great. But when I say myself in terms of the things that you want the best for yourself, right? And if this is concerned, then certainly you wanted the best in a way.
Yes. The connection is good.
Hello.
Hello. Are you getting me, ma'am?
I'm completely getting you. Yes. So that is when you love yourself, you should be the best decision maker. Do what you love, really. You want to have science, go for science. You want to go for humanities, go for humanities. You want to, there should not be anyone who should interfere or reinforce or impose their decisions on you. You should be the best decision maker for yourself. You are the one for you. There is no one above you, right? It has to be that way. And when I mean that, it's that you should know what you like. Yes, for that you can certainly and you should take advice, mentorship from the people around, but definitely not for the things you want to go ahead with the things you don't like. Okay, I did singing. How many of us know Munira Munir? The one who is handicapped, if you know her. Okay, she's a Pakistani activist. She's living in United Kingdom. She is a United Nations global peacemaker, and so she says that in her story she says that I never wanted to learn music. Oh, Miss Afnan, you know her, all right. So she says imagine, music is something which generally kids want, but father impose or parents impose education. But in her case, it's other way around. So all the things have to be taken equally. It's great that Mr. Zen. So the one who in the red blazer who gives a speech on the wheelchair. I'm sure most of you know her. So that's the case. So that means a destruction in her life or something, I would say a problem in her life was that she never wanted to learn piano. It was her father's dream that you should learn music. It's a form of an art. You should go ahead. No, but she never wanted it. Like for example, let me tell you, when I was a kid in my school, I wanted to be a singer, but then I realized, no, not at all. It is a dusty, nasty place. Like for me, it's a nasty place. Then I understood my dean a lot. Then I understood, that time, you lose your contentment and tranquility and, the peace of your heart. I mean, it is because I understand the temperament of the people aging from 18 years to 25, that they are quite restless. Okay, and if they listen to the same form of music for the same song for 1 week, they will get bored. More than 1 week. You cannot listen, even if it's for 3 minutes or even if it's for 2 minutes. You will get bored. It does happen, but some don't, right? So this is the case. Now, coming straight to the point, when I am talking about you got to be the best decision maker. I'm coming down. Yeah, be the best. Sure. 2 or 3 minutes
for closing up the session, because Instagram will throw us out. That is enough. 1 hour is enough. Instagram will automatically.
Okay, so we are done. All right, madam. So that is the case, people. I just wanted to mention that a lot of things are there, not just stress management. Yes, for stress management, you just introspect, take great care of yourself, have healthy food, and explore more. Exploration is important. Be curious and stand for the right. Be just, be honest to yourself and people around. Okay, and justice is over everything. There are a lot of global issues, lot of things around, but do what seems right to you. Stand for always good. Okay, irrespective of any barriers coming in between. When you wish good for yourself, you should wish good for others as well. And that is the last message I wanted to give. Yeah, feminism and all of these things. When there is feminism, there should also be masculinism. The same respect should be for about my show. Oh, all right. Thank you so much. The same respect to be for the males and the females both together collectively. Allah sees everybody as equal, so see everybody as equal. You should. Thank you so much, Mr. Zaid. And I extend my heartfelt gratitude and honor to Madam Arya. Thank you so much. Even I was overly excited for this. Thank you so much for. And inshallah, certainly we will be moving ahead with another session. Thank you. All right, thank you so much, people who have their questions raised. Apologies if I have not been able to answer it rightly. It seems that when I speak 60 minutes are very less.
Any message for you? Yes. What?
For the youth.
Yes, a one-liner.
All right, thank you. Okay. I'm told. 28 seconds remaining.
Yes, 28 seconds. Ma'am, we would like to thank you a lot for this session, and for the youth, ma'am has taken up a lot. We actually get.
Okay, bye. 14 seconds remaining. Bye, 12. Take great care.
Live session with the next. Follow us on Instagram.